Yeah, Jordy, so I guess a few tournaments in, how's life on the circuit been treating you, I guess, as an old man? Probably didn't think this opportunity would come.
Thanks to the old man comment. Nah, yeah, I didn't think it was going to come, to be honest. Probably started Super 6, I'd given up on professional rugby. Everything I chatted with Sheesh was just about enjoying Burmuir, try to sort of become record appearance holder for Burmuir, which was held by Malcolm Clapham. He's like 260 appearances. So that was all I was just focused on. And then, yeah, obviously, I think 2 or 3 games for the end of Super 6, Beats got on the phone, and the opportunity arose for a full contract. So sort of had to change things with work and stuff, and yeah, I was like, couldn't pass it up. I'm 27 now, so yeah, old in rugby, and it's been unbelievable. I just remember Sheesh telling me the first thing is the biggest thing I'll have to work on is my hamstrings and my fitness, which is still an issue.
I'd probably say that, yeah. How many sessions do you reckon you trained at Burmuir?
Oh,
every 2 captain runs?
I think if the Monday session was on, I wasn't there. Yeah. At the side, just got to keep yourself ticking over.
Thought so.
Old man takes a beating at the weekend, and I need a few days off.
I remember that. I think it was after he trained all the way up to like Spain. Really wanted to make a case for selection. Plays a bit well in Spain, and then after that he's just been taking morning sessions off since then.
Oh, that was the old heel issue. The worst injury I think I've ever dealt with in terms of just like niggly. And I'd have rather trained having to do Sean stuff on the assault bike, on the skier, burpees. Much more enjoyable just running than having to deal with Sean's sadistic routines. You were with Burmuir Bears for the cancelled COVID season, which I believe was going to be a partnership contract with the Sevens.
Yeah.
And then obviously that got cancelled, and you sort of still part of the Bears, and then obviously joined the Bears fully and had a pretty good season with us. Picked up plenty of man of the matches, pretty much carried the team on your own back. But
absolutely not.
How did you enjoy that, and how was it sort of the change up between going into the Burmuir Sevens, then just the Burmuir? What was the sort of chat over that period with Beats around the Sevens side?
Yeah, I guess, well, I came back from, COVID brought me back from Nice, which was an interesting experience for sure. And then I was communicated a bit with, a fair few of the Super 6 clubs. Burmuir ended up being the best fit, just with Sheesh saying that, and then I guess the idea, similar to you, was just like get back enjoying rugby. I guess COVID kind of stopped all that, took away a bit of the enjoyment. That Super 6 little sprint season was cancelled. Then we went into it, and then I guess going into it was just like, how many times can I play, like getting a string of games. Something that I kind of struggled with going into Nice was getting minutes on the pitch. So just that was the goal of the season, and in the end that kind of led to a Sevens contract, as you said. Beats got in contact. Originally that was like a partnership idea, but I think with a few moving parts and stuff, and I guess going all right in the Super 6 season gave me that opportunity. So yeah, Sevens is probably something, I had a little glimmer, taste of it in 2019, that Paris-London leg, and it was probably the best rugby experience I've had to date. So from there, like I kind of jumped at the opportunity, I guess, as most of the guys have. You had a little glimpse training with Scotland, you know.
This was going to come up.
Yeah, so just asked, like, how was that going back into there after doing probably a series of months of Sevens? Big time now.
So I went in on our off week on the Thursday for the Italy game, which was pretty cool. Just sort of rubbing shoulders with all those guys, hugging and stuff. I thought I was just going to come in again for the next Thursday, just to make up numbers. And on the Sunday, was going to lunch, the missus and our parents on the way to South Queensferry, get a call from David Edge, sort of asking how I am. He's like, oh, it's just going to finalise details for Thursday. He's like, oh, so...
I didn't even notice you leaving, honestly. Thought you just skipped training as usual, so fair enough.
He was like, do you want to come in for the week? And I was like, yeah, let me get back to you on that. Got to lunch to basically say, yeah, I'm going to have to do this, run home.
I'm just thinking that, like, especially you not thinking Sevens was going to be even an opportunity, so to like jump straight into the Scotland squad even for just some training must have been pretty crazy. I
thought it was a joke, to be honest. I literally thought I was there just to hold bags, and it was unbelievable. Like, speaking to the guys, so the first time came down for breakfast. Like, the schedule said like 7 o'clock, so I was there nice and sharp. Only Hoggy was there, no one else was there. Turns out they just come out whenever but
Straight
I thought
into
it
it.
was 7 o'clock. You had to be there for 7.
Have some good chats
So-
with Hoggy at breakfast.
So no, it was good there. He was on the phone to his kids to start with, but yeah, I had a chat with him, sort of introduced myself and he asked about me and that. But no, the environment was class.
Toulouse and London coming up, but Toulouse in particular, the girls are obviously joining us. We had a similar thing in like Spain, but obviously the Scotland women are going to be there now. How's that? How are you excited for that?
I think it'll be pretty cool. I think, it's obviously something we didn't get to sort of experience in
Yeah.
Spain, but you could see the sort of the two teams together. It looked like a good bit of fun, good bit of camaraderie and stuff. So I think, getting to know the women's players and stuff, I think they're a team that could do well on the circuit.
Go to Commie Games as well, aren't they? Scotland women,
Yeah,
I think. Yeah.
Scotland Commie Games, but I think they're missing the qualifiers. I think they're missing out on going on the circuit bit because the focus is on the World Cup, but I think it'll be great for them. When did you find out about being vice captain ahead of a pretty big year for World Cup Commie Games? It's a pretty big role to get. Obviously under Farnzo, who's obviously Mr. Scotland Sevens, but
Farnzo, yeah, he's our second dad.
how have you enjoyed that and sort of the chats and the lead-ups on top of trying to manage your own game and sort of get your own stuff right, and being a relatively new version with only 2 caps?
I guess it's a tough one. Like, there's a lot of new boys in the squad. Originally, it was just for kind of that Spain leg, getting a bit of experience and beat. So I guess found a bit of fueling me with a bit of confidence going into that. I guess it's a role that kind of fits a bit naturally. Nothing really changes, I guess, between before and after. And especially those GB boys coming in, a lot of boys who have played sevens for several years. You got your Gavlos, Rab that's back in, Farnzo, PK, all that. They have a lot of experience behind them, so they're kind of guys to lead to and listen to. So having them beside me, it kind of doesn't change anything. Everyone's got a voice. I guess as much it is obviously a privilege going into it. Yeah, it's a big year, Commie Games, which we obviously have a big target going into, World Cup and ending the series thereafter. So yeah, I guess it was an easy choice, an easy decision to agree to it. But I guess going forward, something for you as well was that the biggest attraction to coming in, let's say Commie Games and that wasn't here, or how are you excited for that going forward?
I think I probably would have always done it. I think I've tried so hard to get this opportunity that I think, regardless of what it was, I think I had to give myself the opportunity to be a professional rugby player. It's not something that you get very often, so
Is Finn loving it?
Finn's absolutely loving it. You're his favourite player, I'm second to you, but
I remember we were in...
I do have a video of that if you want to stick that of Finn cheering for Kaleem and not me.
We were in Vancouver and Geordie's missus sent me a message on Instagram. It was a video of Finn, obviously Geordie's wee son, screaming for where's number 4, where's number 4?
What? Where's number 4?
I think Geordie took that a bit to heart. The fact that his son wasn't rooting for him as much.
It doesn't help when I'm on the screen with my number 1 and Edmunds on the back and he's shouting for number 4.
That's my biggest claim to fame.
I've been relegated, so I think it goes Kaleem, Maurice Longbottom, and then maybe me. And Maurice Longbottom purely for the fact that he's a 5-year-old.
There you go.
And he enjoys the name Longbottom. But no, I think the Commie Games and World Cup were the biggest thing. I think
for sure. Yeah.
Even one of them would have been massive. Like to play for Scotland in a World Cup would be unbelievable. To play for them in the Commie Games would be next level.
So yeah, I guess that leads on nicely into like how's the challenges of the sevens. How hard's it been? What's it been compared to your 15s lifestyle? The circuit, the roller coaster rides, emotional, physical.
I think obviously fitness is the biggest one. That's the easy one. I think skill set's been a massive one. I think in 15s I could get away with. All I'd have to do is maybe carry a couple of passes. Wouldn't have to really be great because you'd have time on ball. Whereas it's all under the spotlight. And I think you've seen a couple of times that, if you're not on the money, you get punished for it. And I think that's the best thing with training is like you get minutes, you get reps. Like I don't think I've felt better playing rugby than I have now.
Yeah.
And obviously I'm sort of getting old, so it's like I'm actually feeling better.
Getting out of it.
Feeling better now.
Jonesy and Farnzo and that.
Oh, not quite Jonesy yet. Come on now. Still got plenty in the bank.
Jonesy's getting team of the week but not even playing. You can count. Best looking guy in the squad.
You're up there. You, Harvey.
I'm not looking for myself. Yeah, come on. Who's the most groomed? Who would you say is the most?
Oh, most groomed. I don't know. Matt kind of grooms himself a fair bit, to be honest. You have a room with him. He's got a bag worth of equipment.
Why is Matt a good roommate? What does he bring?
To be fair, he's got.
Give him some spotlight. He's always asking for it.
He's got a lovely candle that he brings on tour. It's really good. Gives a nice ambience into the room. Nice wee tunes as well.
Worst roommate?
Myself.
Why?
I was late in Singapore twice because of my own myself.
We usually have one person that
Nah.
gets a single room on tour, and Geordie got the luck of that in Singapore. And I've
Triple-
never seen someone
oh.
late to as many meetings as him.
To be fair, I didn't set an alarm for one. Didn't plan to nap and woke up at like 6 o'clock to Farns and knocking on my door, no idea what was going on. Didn't know I'd fallen asleep.
Safe to say you won't be getting your own room again.
Nah, I think I'm done with a single room.